But you know how you have keep going on your
No, don't say this
on
in
your
the
knees?
public.
Okay, hold on, no, listen.
Yeah, notice these tats.
Hold up. If I look at it from the side, I swear to God, it looks like a dick on your knee.
Bro,
It does.
It really does
Which
look like a
one?
dick on your knee.
which
bro.
one? This one?
Looks like a dick, bro. 2 balls and a weird fucking head.
You guys want to hear? Fuck it, we can open with this. I've
Dick knees.
I've never been one to fucking do this. But I'm gonna tell you. You want to fucking know the story on these knees?
I need to hear the knee story.
Okay. May long, 10 of the boys, 3-day bender.
Okay.
Someone decides at fucking midnight. It's just on the 3rd night. It's like, hey, I got a tattoo gun. And I'm like, I want a tattoo, bro. I was going through some tough times, and I was
it
like,
does look like that,
bro, my one buddy, no, just it's so much fucking worse, man. So my one buddy, he's like,
no, yo, hold up.
No,
You know how I know
no.
it's bad? The G has an arrow,
bro,
yo, what the
dog,
fuck?
my dog just.
This is so
So
bad.
3rd night, we all fucking 3rd night tattoo gun. Oh yeah, great idea, right? And I'm like, you know what? My one buddy just got knee tattoos, and I've
Okay.
always wanted these words like tatted on me. Shout out Mike Stud.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna let you do it on my knees. And nobody at the 10 of the boys, no, not one of them told me that this is a fucking dumb idea. You're gonna regret it in the morning. These tattoos took 7 hours to finish. Because after he would do like one letter, it's like, oh, let's go chug a beer. Let's go socialize and go. It was terrible. They're the worst trap tattoos of my life. And now that you told me they look like a dick, I'm going to hurry up that tattoo appointment I got booked to cover up. And
What does T.I. say? Expeditiously, my friend.
dude,
Expeditiously. Let's get
I
that.
was hoping no one would know
Yo,
that.
but let's introduce our guest, man.
Yeah, boys. It's a new season of the Only Vibes podcast, and we're out here kicking it with someone that just
Season
is a
2.
fucking beautician. Jordan Boyd, what is up, my guy?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
What's up, man? Yo, tell the people how tall you are, man. That shit is crazy.
Oh man, I'm 6'8". I'm doorway height. I might be past doorway height.
I identify as 6'7".
I hit my head on everything. It's terrible finding pants, shoes, airplanes. It's kind of cool, but it also kind of sucks.
Jeez. What's the average height of our podcast guests?
Okay, so I'm 6 foot, but I identify as 6'7".
Okay, you're cool.
So take what you will with that.
I'm 6'2", but I kind of want to try it out being what like a 5'9" guy would be.
You're what?
I've never experienced being a short guy in my life.
Short king.
Yeah, so like our
short king.
average height is like what, 6'1"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kellen like brought it down a little bit for a guest. Like he's a
Oh,
short guy.
between the three of us, most definitely like 6'5".
Oh, so we beat the 6'4" viral DJ group.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. You mentioned this earlier, and he was saying he was a sports fan. We talked hockey earlier, but did you hear of the fucking NBA? Ja Morant
Okay.
turned into John Wick.
Can I just for 1 second just say something about that?
Wow.
Okay, listen. Why? Just why? And this is, bro, you got caught doing the same stupid thing. This is the same shit twice. The same shit
But he didn't get
twice.
But he didn't get caught.
He did.
He posted it, or his homie posted it on IG Live.
They're both idiots. He had the gun in his hand. I'm like,
Live.
yo, bro, like, what's going on? And what was it, like 2 days before that, he signed a $190-something million contract at what, 22?
Huge.
So you heard about this?
Oh yeah.
And now he's suspended.
Well, and do they pull? I mean, they might this second time flashing a gun. Adam Silver's kind of his back's against the wall now.
That's what I was thinking.
He's gonna have to do something, and
Because I don't think a 6-game
no
suspension is enough, man.
But he's also like the future face of the league. So do they go easy on him for that, or do they go extra hard because of it?
Like, I don't think they'll kick him off the team, but like,
And timeout. And now that we're good, I might take these off. My ears are already sweating.
I'm gonna keep mine on.
Yeah, no, they're bad vibes, man. Bad vibes.
Really?
Putting them back on. Sorry.
Mm.
We were also
I told you.
going from Ja and sports.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your guys' NBA pick, real quick?
In terms of the finals?
Yeah, who's winning it?
I don't want to be a LeBron fanboy,
I know. I was just gonna say.
but I have to go with the team that's like, it's
Don't.
You know, like, is it really a discussion at this point?
Jimmy, Himmy buckets.
Yeah.
That's all you need. The Miami Heat, Kyle Lowry, they're winning it. Fuck LeBron. Fuck LeBron. Zova. Sorry, dog. No.
I feel like these are the games though where LeBron starts to go crazy.
I think this is when he
Right.
like proves a point where he starts
Yes.
dropping like 40.
Yes.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy theory that Jimmy Butler is Michael Jordan's son? Have you heard that?
No.
That is the dumbest shit.
No.
I've heard.
Timelines match up. Jordan apparently has this like kid. Everyone kind of like knows that there's like this kid that Jordan abandoned.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler's dad left him at 13.
Okay.
Facial features very similar. Playoff game, like I don't know, but if that is true, bro, that's the craziest shit ever. That Jimmy Butler would come out of the woodworks, and now it's Michael Jordan's son.
He's just got basketball sperm. Like that's just like
It's in his DNA.
anything he gives birth to just plays sports. That's how it is.
It might be.
It sounds like a Fidel Trudeau situation. It's
That-
a little
yeah.
bit conspiracy.
Yeah,
I don't
is-
know.
yeah.
No, it's conspiracy as shit, boys.
You know,
I'm
we're-
the conspiracy guy. We're lucky we haven't had an alien podcast yet. We keep talking about it. We keep pushing it
I'd
off.
be here for that podcast.
It's gonna be one of those nights where it's just like,
Yo,
Put
who,
on
who
your
knows?
tinfoil
Fuck, I might
hats.
talk about aliens later at the end. We'll see how it goes. But tell us a little bit about yourself, man. I think we're kind of, getting a little bit too crazy. Introduce yourself. Let us know what you do, right? Give the audience a little bit of you.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah. So I'm head of live events for a company called Shows Tonight.
Okay.
It's a company I created with my business partner, Ben. And we started it, about a year and a half ago. More on the comedy side. We're doing a lot of live comedy, touring
Okay.
comedians around.
Got it.
And then, more recently we started to get into music. And it started just kind of like, hey, who could we tour? We started touring with this guy named Geordie Kieffer.
Yeah.
shout out.
Shout out Geordie.
Shout out Geordie. He's going to be hopefully doing this pod in July. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, do you guys want to manage me? And we were like, what does that look like? Right? We
That's
had
a
to
good
figure it out.
question, yeah.
But yeah, and then before that, man, like I got my start. I've been a career marketer like my whole life.
Yeah.
Marketer, kind of entrepreneur. I started like way back in, I think it was like 2014. I started a company called Hootsuite, working there as an intern, like way back in the day.
Damn. It's a big company now. They got bought by
Yes,
who bought them? A big company bought them.
like Intuit or something.
Yeah, some crazy. Yeah. I think it was into it. Yeah.
So yeah, started there back in 2014. Kind of started to see this potential in kind of social media. It was still at a time where people were skeptical, right? People were like, this isn't gonna be a thing, right?
Yeah.
From there, kind of worked into the agency world, and then just kind of kept building my career. Started my own company that was a Shopify app. Raised about $500,000 from that for that, with a couple Calgary entrepreneurs. And then most recently, I just finished just over a year at Neo Financial, which is a Calgary-based fintech company.
I've heard good things about them.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thought. Their concept, similar to like Uber and Airbnb and all this stuff, is like, how do you create a bank with no branches?
Yes.
Right? No
Yes.
physical branches.
Yes.
Right? Which is kind of what weighs down all these banks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Fintech, right? That's what
Fintech.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo, shout out Greg Thompson.
Big boy Greg.
Yo, you already
Yeah,
know.
he works.
Greg's good shit.
Yeah, he's
You
good
know Greg?
shit. He's good shit.
I know of Greg.
We have a
I know Greg.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Shout out my
Greg.
boy
Everyone knows of
Greg.
Greg.
But yeah, okay, man. So what happened after Neo Financial?
So yeah, after Neo, again, I started to kind of go into this touring and promotion side.
So hold
With
up.
Yeah.
While you were at Neo, were you also doing all these other projects?
I was sort of side hustling these other projects.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
hustle,
And then
baby.
it just went off from there.
Yeah, like I started to get to the point where I thought, any business, right? Like you start out, you kind of have no idea where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah.
And you sort, you got to, especially you got life commitments, you got a girlfriend, you got whatever.
Mhm.
You can't just like jump into something where you're not getting paid or whatever, right?
100%.
So you kind of got to wait till it starts to hit. And so we started to kind of see some traction with what we were doing. So again, my whole background is like advertising, targeting, audience creation, using data
Mhm.
to sell stuff.
Got it.
Whether it's credit cards at Neo, tickets to a show, you know, e-commerce stuff, whatever, right?
It's all the same.
It's all the same, right?
Yeah.
So I started to think like, okay, if I apply this same toolkit that I have to tickets, would it work? I didn't know, right? And so we started to apply it, and it worked. And so we were like, okay, there's something here.
So you, would you say you're like a baby, like Ticketmaster type thing, or Live Nation or something like that, or aspiring?
Yeah, like, you know, like there's like, for Calgary examples, there's like the Blueprints, you know, they're obviously bigger now.
Big company, yeah.
Right?
Big company, yeah.
But like, you know, they would have started in a similar way, where, you know, they have a few artists they're working with, and then they start to get into festivals, which is something we've kind of not touched in terms of like creating our own festival, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of...
The logistics are insane behind that, man. Like, working festivals myself is nuts. And people think it's the actual, like, building part that's, like, the tough part. No, man. The back end and, like, getting the money to do it is insane. And not... The permits, too?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
insurance?
It's insane,
security,
man.
Well,
it's fucked.
Well, like,
I remember I was working for this one festival, and like for the Stampede 10 days, I said, okay. I said, can you get, I was talking to owner, and I said, hey man, like, what's an example of like one cost that you incur like running this? And he's like, you want me to make you laugh? I said, what? He said, just to lease this lot from the city is $50,000 a day. Before I've even applied for permits, before we've paid for artists, before booze, before anything, I have to pay $500,000 is gone. Done.
Just got to have that,
Yeah,
too.
you just got to have that.
You got to commit to the whole 10 days, right?
So we're talking like what? At least a run rate of what?
Cheers.
Like 1.5 mil just to even think about it?
Well, and 1.5 mil that might just flush down the toilet because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, I called up, I thought Coil Ray. I was like, Coil Ray is popping. Right? I was like, how sick would it be to get Coil Ray? She'd never been to, or maybe she came to Vancouver. I don't think she'd been to Calgary yet.
Yeah.
And I called her person, and they were like, yeah, Koi's at 100K per show now. And I was like, 100. Koi's like big, but she's not like massive. And she's 100K for 60 minutes of her time.
That's insane.
Oh.
That's fucking nuts.
You know what's a perfect example of this story?
Yeah.
Ice Spice.
Oh, shit.
I think it was they asked Lil Baby the same question. So Ice Spice was around 10K a show before she went popular, right? Now, I want to say congratulations because I didn't even hear of Ice Spice before I saw my TikTok feed. The fact that she even had an audience and was getting 10 grand a show before she even went viral.
That's crazy.
Oh, congrats to you. That's crazy. Then she canceled all her shows.
Oh, shit.
Canceled all the shows and charged it, and I think her rate was like 100K now.
So how much do you think of like an artist blow up is due to A, his talent, but then B, also his marketers?
Yeah, that's a great question. So let's take Geordie, for example.
Yeah.
Right? Geordie exploded on TikTok. Okay, so this new trend that I think the entire industry is seeing, right? Yeah. There's sort of like 2 or 3 ways that I would say that people can get big. One of them is you get a song on a Netflix or like a show.
Got it.
So like you become the intro song or you're just like in an episode that people love. Yeah. That can just send you, because like how many people watch Netflix, HBO, whatever.
Yeah.
So you get a song in a show that can send you, it's similar, right? Yeah. And then the other way is TikTok, and TikTok is like they use you as a sound.
Yeah.
Right? So Geordie had this line from his song Redline. Now keep in mind, Redline came out 5 or 6 years ago. Okay. Nothing happened for like 3.5 years. Yeah. Then in 2020, 2021, you guys know Two Turnt Tony?
Yep. Two Turnt Tony.
Yeah. Two Turnt Tony.
I want to meet him so bad.
Shout out Two Turnt Tony.
He's a degenerate. I love it.
The best kind of degenerate, right? Like redneck, just hilarious.
Just himself.
So he did this video, and it might have been a paid placement. It's TBD on that, but like he basically he has like this like water gun thing, and he puts like a bunch of eggs and he squirts it into his mouth, and then he just spits it into a girl's mouth. And it went mega viral, and he put the song Redline on it. And the beginning of Redline has this line, I come from a long, long line of denim jeans. So that line just fucking, can I swear on this?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you can.
Absolutely.
I was like, fuck, I've sworn like 3 times. That line went super viral, and then like it just like in the like redneck kind of just hillbilly kind of things, like people doing like in little Barbie cars racing down hills, crashing, like just all these different videos. And I think it had probably 50,000 videos use that song.
Jeez.
And then his stuff. And then for whatever reason, Canada went way bigger for him than the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So in Canada,
They love him out here.
oh my gosh,
They
he's like a
love him.
celebrity.
Dude,
Bro,
Gets
I
recognized.
Bro.
love him.
Lethbridge, Red Deer, fucking Calgary, they love him, man. When I was doing my research about him,
Yeah,
I didn't know. I thought Geordie was Canadian to begin with.
a lot of people do.
He's from LA.
I thought he did.
From
He's
LA.
from LA. He's from LA, right?
Which
Yeah.
makes sense for the terrible fucking half jersey he was wearing the night of the show at.
I
the
made that
rooftop
jersey, dude. Don't
Shout
say
out to you
that.
for
What
making
the
it, but it was
You're
just the LA
actually
Kings.
such a
I know.
dick.
Bro, he's wearing an LA Kings jersey in Edmonton while they
No.
were fucking
It was LA Calgary.
He's what?
LA Calgary.
It was an LA Calgary jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was-
I'd wear that.
It's half a. It's shout
Yeah.
out to
No.
both places.
Yeah,
It
because
was
it's from both cities.
swaggy.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It was swaggy, but like, this is Flames territory. Even though they were shit
But
this
the
year.
thing is, but like honestly, I think that's Geordie's vibe. You know, like he likes from what I've seen, like researching him, he likes to like tread on that line, right?
He's out
Where he's
there.
just like, you know what, fuck it, you know, let's
You know-
see what happens.
Totally.
You know
know?
what the best thing was about Geordie
Yeah.
is I'll show a lot of these people like the music, and I don't even know how to describe what genre it is.
Yeah.
Really, do you?
He calls it aggro pop. He calls himself the king of aggro pop.
I've
It's kind of its own
Yeah.
genre, to be honest.
It is, yeah. He
It's
created the
very
genre,
different.
yeah,
Yes.
But every time I tell a person, I'm like, it's a fucking vibe, is what it is. That's all I can say. And it is banging. That show was ridiculous. Shout out to you for fucking hooking us
Yo,
up. that
his,
night.
I did
That
not.
was-
Of course,
that was
man.
crazy.
That was
Shout out to him because a large majority of his fans are women. That
It's
heart
screaming.
throb.
It's
Yeah,
screaming
like
heart
women.
throb.
screaming. I saw the videos. I was like, what the fuck?
We had a problem in Vancouver, of all the places. The Regina and Vancouver were the two that were like just off the rails. Vancouver, women were trying to physically grab his dick, and we literally were like, "Hey, like, what the fuck? Like,
Chill.
you can't do that!" Like, and
These
he's
are
trying
like-
to sing.
They're like grown moms too.
Well, some of them are like probably 18, but like, but he also has like a 50-year-old mom that tries to do that. That's little siren.
Oh,
That's
shit.
the thing about Geordie's demo. It spans like all these different ages. We have people at the VIP that are 60 years old that are obsessed with him. We have people that are 18 that are obsessed with him. It was crazy. And then Regina, the crazy thing was they were throwing their phones. Like there's a barrier, right? There's like a 5-foot
Yeah,
barrier.
yeah.
They're throwing their phones onto the stage. Have you ever seen that? Like, what if you don't get your phone?
Not even the bras.
Oh, there was a lot of bras.
The phones is
There was
crazy
a lot of
because they
boobs
want
coming out.
yeah, because they want him to pick it up and
They
But
want
I
him to do the thing
the
where he
thing,
turns to the
yeah.
crowd,
And
but
bras,
it's like it was
bras
crazy.
are like a girl could donate a bra, but if a girl donates her cell phone and you throw once it leaves your hand, you don't know if you're getting that.
she
phone
must
back.
really fucking like you.
In Regina, someone threw a huge vibrator, which is dangerous as fuck, by the way. So don't do that
Yeah,
shit.
because hey,
Don't
people,
fucking
please,
throw
man,
There's
vibrators.
batteries in it, dude.
do not injure the artist.
Like throwing dildos.
If that hit him in the
Throw-
eyeball,
yeah,
dude,
You'd
dildo
be
to
like-
the eyeball.
You'd be like Morgan Wallen and cancel half his tour.
That'd be
Reschedule it.
that'd be a very interesting conversation. Imagine he goes back home to LA. Hey, Geordie, how you had a black eye? I don't want to talk about it.
So was Geordie your first artist that you've kind of set stuff up for? You do the touring and managing.
Yeah, like so we had done YouTubers between Ben and I. We did some YouTubers. We
Mhm.
did again some comedians. Geordie was the first musical act. So we had an idea of, again, we're data guys. So we look at data and we go, okay, show us your Spotify analytics, show us your YouTube analytics, and then we can kind of tell you, okay, we think you can go to this city, that city, sell this kind of venue, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But we hadn't really, tested. Again, we were confident in what we could do from a marketing and advertising perspective, but you never know, right?
Mhm.
And then again, with these venues, you got to put a lot of money up to book them,
up front, yeah.
right, up front.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of risk involved. But yeah, that he was like the first kind of like test of like, is this, viable?
Like we wanted to book an artist, and I think when we reached out to the venue, and before they would even talk to us, it was like $7,500 deposit.
Yeah.
It's nuts. I was like, what?
So the reason they do that, right? So if you have historicals and you can say, I'm going to bring you this artist, and historically he sells for that venue like $40,000 in alcohol or like
Yeah,
booze,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They go, okay, well then the rate's 1,000 instead of 7,500, or it's free, right? If you have no historicals, they're like, what if this guy sells 0 tickets, and we have an empty room,
Yeah.
and when we would have made 50 grand from alcohol sales, we're making nothing. So we'll take the 75K to at least cover our costs.
You cover everything.
So that's the game.
Yeah.
So as you get to know these venue owners, which we know a lot of them now, they start to kind of play ball a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's
that's
how
all
it's the
that
world of
game
business.
is.
Right? That's how it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
get it.
fucking love it, and I love that world of business. But at the same time, it's like, damn, fuck. It sucks that we talked earlier on this, but this is a good like turning point to transition into it. The Ticketmaster Live Nation monopoly.
That's I have my own fucking opinions on that
dude.
shit.
But this is what I said to him. I was like, Jay is the best guy because he'll fucking know this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I knew nothing. That's what I asked him.
Personally, I think monopolies are stupid. I think it's just like giving one company so much power over the market is like insane. Because right now you have Ticketmaster and nobody can really compete with them, and they're in so much trouble all the fucking time. Like it's like, okay, cool, you bought them, but you really haven't done anything to really better what was already a fucking terrible experience to begin with, right? People are already complaining about the outrageous service fees. You've done nothing about that. You've done nothing about the scalping, ticket scalpers, right? Like, it's nuts. But
the problem with the scalping, right, is that's how they make all their money. So every time a ticket sells, they take a fee.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the ticket sells 9 times because someone resells it, then the next person resells it, then the next, they're getting a fee every time. And every time that price goes up, because it's, ratchets up every time, they're getting more and more fees. So for them, they're like, the resale market's great, right? So they want more of that, right? But it doesn't benefit the fan. It kind of doesn't benefit the artist because the fans are all choked.
Yeah.
And now they use like these robots to go in and buy the tickets.
Yeah.
These scalpers.
Yeah.
And then and Ticketmaster's like, oh, well, we have like Ticketmaster verified, and like you can like enter a draw. Like Morgan Wallen came to Calgary.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, you can enter a draw. And like, I know so many people, I don't know if you guys know anyone, entered the draw.
Me.
Nobody got it.
Not a fucking soul.
And then guess what happened the next day? Now they're all on resale for 8 times as much.
So what the fuck? I had a huge night planned to go to a fucking country concert and get blasted. The only country artist I fucking enjoy. And you did that shit. I'm on the radio every fucking morning driving and shit while I'm fucking calling the fucking radio show. Man, I'm so choked about that shit. But anyway, sorry.
The other thing they introduced, which again, and when a company is being brought before the U.S. Congress, there's a problem.
You're not doing something right.
Meta, Twitter, these Apple with their fucking app store where they get to just decide who's in there and what they take 70% of the, or 30%. It's ridiculous, right?
Dude.
So if they're
Apple
getting
takes a percentage.
Apple takes 30%.
Bro.
I had an app. They take 30%, and they're like, it's 30% for the first year, and then it goes to 15. So when you're in an app and it's like, hey, motherfucker, go over to the website and do it. Yeah. It's because they don't want to give Apple 15% of the subscription. And again, not 15% once. If it's a monthly sub like Netflix, Apple gets 15% of Netflix's revenue every month.
Yeah. And remember, like, did you see?
It's crazy.
Did you guys see the Apple now? Like when you download an app now, it tells like, do you want this?
Ask app not to track.
Yeah. Yo, you know that single-handedly ruined Facebook.
I can talk all about that.
Yeah,
it ruined my life too, dude.
Holy fuck, that shit was
how'd that affect yours?
Okay, so basically, everything advertising and marketers do relies on tracking.
Yeah, data.
Data. Yeah. So as soon as you say, if you ask someone, do you want to get tracked? They're going to say no. But at the end of the day, it can cause issues like then you'll get served with stuff that you probably hate.
Yeah.
You get ads that you're like, what the fuck is this? Because now we can't really. So there's like, there's some creepiness to it, but there's also some value to being targeted properly where you're getting shown stuff where you're like, that's a sick fire table that I would have bought. You know, like shit that you actually want. So that when they did that, like 95 or 90% of people, and Facebook was specifically, said, don't track me.
Yeah.
So overnight.
They make it sound so creepy.
And it is a little creepy, I'll be honest. I've been doing it for a lot of years.
But it affects the harmony of it, right? Like, perfect example, man. I'd rather know that, okay, cool, you know what? they're gonna get my data anyway. Might as well just fucking let them send me shit that I would probably buy, right?
Here's the other thing. There's other ways that I can find your data too. I can get it from them, or I can go buy it. There's like a million ways.
Yeah.
They're just making it trickier. So basically what happened was, as soon as they did that, the cost of targeting people went up, and the success of conversion, right? The conversion percentage went down. So basically it becomes much harder. So then you have to bring in softwares, like there's a software called Segment, and Segment basically sort of goes behind the scenes, right? And through like the APIs and basically all the background data kind of collects people's info and creates like customer personas, and then you can target those people. But they pulled all that away because Apple just decided, one, I think they don't like that Facebook is kind of a monopoly, right?
Yeah.
So they wanted to kind of screw with them a little bit. So they took that away. Now, Apple has massive deals with Google.
Yeah.
You know, Safari?
Yeah.
Safari's just Google.
Yep.
Right? So it's like Apple's got all these crazy deals where they're just working with these big monopolies, but then they kind of want to like clamp down on other monopolies.
Yeah.
Anyways, that whole thing, we called it cookie apocalypse, was what it was called in the industry.
Yeah, cookie.
Because all the tracking cookies, right? VPNs is another problem, right? You know, you see like all the podcasts you listen to, they're like, get VPN,
yeah,
da-da-da.
NordVPN, yeah, all that
That's a
stuff,
marketer's nightmare, dude. That shit keeps us up at
Yeah.
night, because it's like, as soon as you put one of those on, which, like, you know, shout out, they're good to use,
Yeah.
right? Because it doesn't track. As soon as you put one of those on, I'm fucked. I can't see any of your shit. You might be some person in Zimbabwe, but you're not actually in, you know, it just
Yeah.
thinks you are, because
You're
it's
like Delaware.
exactly. It's wrong VPN. Back to the Ticketmaster thing for a second.
Yeah.
The other thing that they added in, which people were kind of choked about, they added, you guys remember when Uber decided to put in surge pricing?
Ugh.
So basically,
Worst night ever.
yeah. So basically, anytime a concert gets out, because what they figured out is like there's these spikes in demand, like when a NBA game ends or
Drake tickets.
Drake concert, anything, right? So as soon as the Drake concert's over, the demand for Uber goes way up.
Yeah.
So they figured out a model where they changed the algorithms, where the algorithm's like, oh, surge, price goes up in real time and then comes back down. Ticketmaster did the same thing. So Ticketmaster created surge pricing. So there's an artist can choose to turn it on or off. And the big ones do, right? So now, and I've heard this example, friends, they'll be on Ticketmaster, they'll be at the checkout, and I swear to God, the price goes do-do, as you're filling out your information in real time. The price is like do-do, to like to encourage you to like hurry the fuck up.
But that has to be illegal.
Yeah, right? Like, how
Has
where
to
do
be
they
illegal.
stop?
So the problem is that because they're so massive, right? It's like any giant corporation. They lobby the government. The government kind of goes like, oh, you know,
It's a gray area.
we'll look the other way, you know? And then
Just imagine, boys.
it's crazy.
Imagine you're at Walmart and you're at the checkout.
Yeah.
And while you're waiting, the price just goes,
Everybody wants this
but you know
bleach.
what the-
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what the
everyone's buying
scary-
this bleach.
Yeah.
You know what the scary thing is?
Mm.
I can see that fucking happening soon. Because if I go to the grocery store and buy shit for dinner, all of a sudden it was like $150 bill for me to kind of try and eat good, not get fucking Subway for the 10th night in a row, you know?
Here's the difference, though. Like, so for example, during the pandemic, what happened? Toilet paper, like all that shit went,
Yeah.
like
Hand
no one,
sanitizer.
water
Crazy.
bottles, no one could find it, right?
Mhm.
And they could have been like, fuck all you motherfuckers, we're going to jack the price up. But the government's like, well, but that's like essential.
Yeah.
But a Taylor Swift ticket, you can pay all day.
Yeah.
They don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
sure,
They're like, that's not non-essential thing.
Yeah.
But it kind of is an essential, like, you know, music and culture.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Entertainment,
right?
it
Like,
should be a
it's-
thing that anyone can access.
Yeah, like I feel like it's a part of like culture, like the culture that we live in, right? Like you can't really go through life not going to some form of entertainment, right? Like I think, we have a right to enjoy fucking music, of some sort. Right? So
It's crazy.
no, I get it, and it's fucking nuts, dude.
Speaking about music,
Uh.
man, should we say it now? Because there's kind
My-
of an...
My album?
Is it your album?
No, I'm just fucking with you. What are you talking about, man? Spit it out.
Oh, shit. We were talking about it, though.
What?
You got an announcement, I thought.
Oh man, yeah, no, we got a little announcement.
An Only Vibes exclusive.
Oh shit!
When is this? This is coming out Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
You can't release this before Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday,
come on,
baby.
Yeah, we're coming Wednesday.
Let me get on my list.
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Okay, so Wednesday at so there's a few things that are coming out. There's a lot. This is a big week, okay, for Geordie. Okay, so we're back to Geordie Kieffer.
Shout out Geordie Kieffer. You
Big
the
shout out to the boy.
dog.
Geordie with a G. People are always like, is it Geordie? It's Geordie. It's Geordie. Geordie.
Yeah, Kieffer.
Geordie Kieffer. So there's a bunch of stuff happening this week. So this week, tomorrow, which is Tuesday, but technically we're going to release it on Wednesday. So yesterday, right? His new music video, Nasty, comes out. Okay? Do you guys want to hear a little?
Let's hear it, man. Shit.
Can I put it up?
Yeah. Put it on the mic, yeah.
Fucking don't copyright us later.
Oh,
No,
don't
I
you
won't.
worry about that.
Yeah.
You ain't getting striked at all.
Very good.
Okay, let me just play. Okay, this is. See if we can make this work.
I feel like a real podcast now.
Only Vibes
We're
exclusive,
getting the
baby.
exclusives now. Holy
Go.
fuck.
And we got the Photo Vision boys here,
Yo,
too.
shout out to the
Shout out to the
Photo Vision boys in the
Shout
background.
out.
If you saw
Production
the
is
boys coming
crazy.
through.
We're doing some crazy work with the
Shout
boys here. We got some wild videos coming.
Here we
You
go.
guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a new track. This is part of the new album, which is going to be announced on Wednesday.
Crazy.
It's called Just Kill Me Already. Brand new album coming out in July. This is one of the songs from it. It's going to be released Tuesday, the music video.
Fucking go.
Ooh.
All right, you got to go
That's
watch the whole
hard.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
hard. That's
14
hard.
Karat on my nips
On
is
my
how that
nips
song
is
starts.
Crazy.
So that
Yo,
pierced
14
nips.
karat on my
Music
nips is
video
crazy.
coming out
Music
Wednesday?
video Wednesday on YouTube.
It's
Go
already
watch
going to
it.
be out,
Wednesday.
so go the
Nasty.
fuck.
It'll be out by the time we drop this, but yeah,
You
like,
better fucking save it.
Watch
Go
it,
back,
man.
save it. Watch
link will
it.
be in the description, so it'll be in the comment section. It'll be everywhere: Instagram, YouTube. We're gonna blow it up.
What else you got for me?
Okay, so that's the first thing. It's a crazy video. They got this like really dope Korean kid from LA. He's dancing. It's a crazy video. Okay, so then part of this is also we're going to be announcing his world tour. Okay?
Oh,
23 cities.
shit!
This is his first world tour. We did a Canada only tour in March.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go world tour. So US, Canada, Australia. Okay, let me just read you some of these dates.
Dalanda, mate.
Holy.
There's too many to even remember. Okay, June 3rd, which we've kind of already technically announced, is Dallas. We're going to Dallas. July 8th, Calgary Stampede. Not at the Stampede,
But
but during the Stampede. Got to clarify that for the
Okay,
legal
okay.
side.
Where
you know
are we
what I'm saying?
going?
so
Roof,
people aren't tripping.
rooftop, YYC, the
Rooftop.
rooftop.
Let's go.
Shout out rooftop.
July 8th. That one's going to be he'll be doing the new album at
Dude,
the rooftop
if you
for the
guys
first time
Yeah,
ever.
for the first
If you
time.
guys
It's
weren't
crazy.
at the last one, you gotta be at the second one because I'm telling you that night was so much fun.
Mhm.
That was the wildest show probably.
Dude.
And people are screaming. It's a whole thing. Okay, then July 9th, the next day after July 8th, after Stampede, we're heading to Cleveland for the Wonderstruck Festival. He's going to be playing on the Khalid night. Khalid and Nelly are that night. So he's going to be in Cleveland at the festival. We got Moncton, July 13th. We're going East Coast. Halifax, July 14th. Toronto, July 15th.
Big show.
Ottawa, 21st. Montreal, 22nd. Then we head to Columbus in August, doing another festival, opening for Pitbull and Sean Kingston.
Yo.
Mr. Worldwide? Isn't that Mr. Worldwide?
That's Mr. Worldwide. Pitbull,
Mr.
yeah.
305.
Your way to beautiful. Anyways. Good?
Yeah.
Oh, just
Sorry.
making sure.
Distraction.
No, you're good. Okay, then we're going to the U.S., okay? New York, August 31st. At Baby's All Right. It's one of
Where?
the best venues.
What
Baby's All Right.
Baby's all right. Oh.
It's a great venue. New York, we're going Seattle September 1st. Minneapolis September 9th. L.A. September 15th. That's a home show because he's from L.A., so that's a
Yeah.
big show at the Moroccan. Columbus September 16th. Denver September 23rd. Phoenix September 29th. Salt Lake City September 30th. Then we're coming back to Canada, doing a little West Coast style.
Oh.
Victoria, BC, October 6th. Whistler, October 8th. Fernie, October 20th. Medicine Hat, October 21st. Kelowna, October 28th. We didn't hit Kelowna which is crazy.
Kelowna's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
That's a
Kelowna's
I fucking love Kelowna.
Kelowna's crazy, man.
It's the best. And then we finish it off with Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane, Australia.
Yo!
Melbourne,
In November.
holy,
Okay, wait, real quick. When was that?
that is around the world.
That's
When
around
was that
now.
October 20th show? Where was that?
October 20th.
My birthday is the 17th, so I'm gonna go crazy
shit.
on the 20th if it's a weekend.
October 21st. October 20th, Fernie.
Fernie.
Yo, we're
Joe,
going
drive
to
to Fernie, bro.
Fernie.
Fernie?
Airbnb.
Yeah, should we go to Fernie? I'll be here.
Pod.
Pod, yeah.
Pod in the
In
fucking.
Fernie?
Dude, do you snowboard?
Huh?
Do you snowboard?
I don't even swim, bro. That's how black I am.
I don't.
I'm about snowboarding. That's crazy.
I don't either. But how crazy of a bit would that be? Both of our first times, like going down. Dude, I'm scared of mountains. I'm a ground level sport.
Bro, I'm down for whatever.
All right,
I'm down for
but
whatever.
that shit's crazy, man. If you haven't been to,
How do you
Geordie
feel
Kieffer-
about that, man? Like, imagine, because, like, where you guys started,
Yeah.
the process must have been insane.
Well,
I don't want to sound like Gary Vee, but the journey. Holy
no,
fuck.
man. Like, you can imagine, like, so my life for the past, like, 3 months has just been orchestrating all of that shit, which is, like, you know, a lot of people. So, like, it's like anything in life, right? You see the end product. I read those dates, and you're like, oh, you know, that's crazy. It's like the amount of time and the negotiating and the convincing of people that go, who the fuck is Geordie Kieffer? And he knows that. Like, we all know that. Like, people don't. A venue owner in Medicine Hat,
Yeah.
they don't know Geordie Kieffer necessarily, right?
Man,
These people are like
no.
60 years old, you know, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of time and energy and effort. And so when you finally, you know, get to put out the dates, it feels pretty special. We're excited.
Especially for Aussie, like how hard is that to? Because like for me in Calgary, it's pretty easy to go, hey, Jordan, I need a fucking Airbnb or a condo to shoot a sick podcast at, right? I don't know anyone in Australia. So how did you come across booking those dates?
So US was the same, right? These people are like, they see your email signature and they're like, because our head office technically is like an office in Edmonton, but like we're in Calgary, right? So my number's 403. So they're like, where are you? Like these, the US.
Thinking you're a
what's this
scammer
number?
and shit.
They're like, you know, you're talking to someone in Australia, and you're like, yeah. No, I know.
Yes,
where I'm-
mate.
Yes, mate.
Yes,
And
mate.
here's the thing: Americans are very like, kind of, who the fuck is this artist? Australians are very like just straight up. Australians are very just like cut and dry. Yeah, send me some footage. Okay, sounds good. They're just like very, and
To the
it's
point.
great to work with,
Yeah.
right?
They're like the English, like British people. Same thing.
Yes.
They're just
Straight up.
Where like here
Yes.
in North America, we like to play around a little bit, right? Who's
a
this
lot
guy?
of emotions.
Yeah, who are you?
Exactly.
You know, I've never heard of you. Doesn't mean
Exactly.
I'm not a well-known artist, right? Because in the owner of my life, if I don't know this guy, nobody else, which is very small-minded, you know, mindset to have. I think that's an issue with a lot of these big owners because they see like, you know, the young and up and coming artists, and then when you know your artist comes and like sells out the place, like, see, I knew it. Great decision, boys.
And that's how
I
they
went
play
with
it.
him.
You think so?
That's exactly how they play it, right? They're like, who is this? Da da da. They're kind of like, you know, try to convince me that it's worthwhile, and then they come to you at the end of the show and they're like, that was a great night. Like, we just sold a lot of booze.
Yeah.
So
Next year?
when are you coming back?
Yeah, next year.
Yeah, that's always the
Yeah.
question. But basically, every date, I go to whatever city, right? I'm always looking at data and analytics, right? So if you're an artist out there and you're listening to this, like you look at your Spotify analytics, you look at your data, and you go, okay, what cities am I actually, you know, good in? You go to the city and you go, okay, live music venue rentals, right? You start there. I probably hit up 6 to 8 venues per city before I finally reach a deal with one of them. So it's not like I hit up one, they're like, yeah, great. 6 of them don't respond. 3 of them do. 2 of them go, it's 10 grand. One of them goes, I'll take a chance on this at 2,500 Canadian, whatever. And I go, okay, let's lock it in. It's a whole process, right? And then there's this whole issue, again, back to the Ticketmaster thing where like some of them are like, we have to sell the tickets. You can't sell the tickets.
I've heard of venues like that where like they won't let you sell tickets.
Yep.
They sell tickets on your behalf and then pay you out. But I feel like it's such a waste of time, you know, because like you gotta wait for them to get paid. It's a whole
Exactly.
runaround, and then you're like, what if you don't get paid too? Like you can't trust them, right?
If they get pissed off and say, oh, you damaged our speakers,
Mm-hmm.
how would you, and they
Yeah.
can just take your money. Like and then most of them will take at
crazy.
least 30 days to pay you.
Yeah.
So the artist is sitting there like, hey, motherfucker, that show was a month ago.
Yeah.
we can't do anything about it. So we always obviously want to control the tickets whenever possible.
100%, man. Like
Yeah.
that's like where most of the revenue comes from, like for artists, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't, but most artists don't make any music from any money from music, man. Like this Spotify playlist, Apple Music, they don't pay nothing, bro.
Dude, I was just, my business partner, like literally this afternoon was telling me some of the Spotify, like, especially if they're with a label,
Yeah.
it's like percentages of pennies that they're getting.
How does like 0.00000?
It's horrendous, and it goes by per minute.
Yeah.
So it's like 2.5 cents per minute
Yeah.
listened.
it's like a cent of a cent.
It's brutal. So exactly like you said, it's all about touring. It's
It is.
merch. It's all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're not, unless they're massive, and even when they're massive, they're getting sponsorships.
Swear
The
it is.
streaming just gets you to the dance, gets you to the
It
festivals.
opens the doors. It
Exactly.
opens doors, man. Like for example, I think one of my favorite artists, Russ. When before he signed his first deal, I think he released one song every week, mixed, mastered, produced by him for
Wow.
10 years straight. Before he went viral at all. Before he went viral, and now he's selling out stadiums.
That's crazy.
Right, and now the crazy thing is, like from an artist's perspective, right? He's so transparent. Like he actually shows how much money he makes from streaming. It's an obscene amount. And the thing is, all the music that he made those 10 years went viral.
Wow.
But he owns all the masters.
Smart.
So when he signed his deal, he signed a deal with the record label, letting them know, hey, I will make you guys own any albums that I make moving forward from this, but all the songs that I made before that are all mine.
Smart.
And then now like he's making money from like every song. Crazy, dude.
That's the way to do it.
Independent.
Okay, wait, pause right there. So
Yeah.
we've got like this isn't getting put in, but we have a minute on the camera.
Yeah.
So do you want to? I'm so scared to press
No,
buttons because
All right.
we're back from the piss break.
We took a wee little pee break.
First one of season 2.
First one of season 2. Now the crazy thing is, we want to, earlier when I was talking about aliens, boys.
Oh yeah.
You think we should talk about aliens? Be on some Joe Rogan shit, missing the ayahuasca.
Oh fuck! There's so many different like ways I could take that ayahuasca. Like we could dive into ayahuasca.
So, let's dive into aliens, bro.
I'll dive into this first. Why is it that Logan Paul apparently has like the most real footage of aliens?
Did you hear how he got it?
Yeah, which is scumbaggy as fuck.
No,
But
you know what?
considering
No. I don't think it was. Do you think it was scumbaggy how he got it?
I mean, you got to
Just-
do what you got to do.
That's what I believe. I think he
Agree.
like
You
he
can't let
was.
someone take it to the grave with them.
Bro, he came all the
But
way
he's taking
there.
it to the grave with him.
But the thing is, bro, he came all the way fucking there with a suitcase full of cash, and the guy said no. So obviously Logan's be like, well, I'm not gonna leave here with fucking nothing. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and my deal just tanked. Like I'm gonna fucking walk out with something.
Is it possible that it's like not that good?
I will be so.
And he's like,
Yeah.
oh.
But here's
And because he's Logan Paul, that's the only reason why I think like it might be like just a.
But also, like, what if Logan Paul takes it to the grave? Because that would accelerate his name higher
Logan
up
Paul.
to take an alien video to the
Logan Paul posted a guy hanging from a tree.
true.
I fucking doubt.
grave. Fucking piece of shit.
Like, I really doubt he's gonna hold on to this.
So is it the other direction then? Did he get threatened by the government to not fucking post that shit, or else they'll kill his ass?
100%. I think so.
You
Man.
got to think once you're up there, right? Once you're up there.
They
then
know his platform. They're like,
they
hey,
know his
motherfucker.
fucking house
Or
address.
And they threatened the first guy too. That's why he's taking it to his grave.
that
Now they threaten Logan too.
that would be crazy. But what if how he's doing like his 99 fucking his
99 originals.
99 originals? What if he turns it into an NFT?
Are NFTs still around?
I thought they died.
No, we
Hey.
talked about this season 1, and some people were fucking huge on it, and I am so.
Those people are
thankful.
broke now.
I'm so thankful I never listened to you guys.
I haven't heard of the Nelk Boys one in a hot minute.
I
Remember that
literally-
one?
Yeah, that was the biggest scam.
Haven't heard of that
ever,
one in a
dude.
while.
You know what's
Oh.
crazy? You know how it all went down? they had an interview with Gary Vee.
I remember that one.
And they were like, "Yo, Gary, like, how much did you make, like, from your
Fake animals.
from your fake animals, right?"
You could see their eyes
And he
light
was
up.
like, and they were like, "Yo, just give us like a ballpark." And then Gary was like, "I think he said like $30 million or something like that." And they were like, and you could just see in Kyle's eyes, let's fucking do this.
But remember though, he was like, no, but there's a new way to do it. Okay, it's not just digital art.
Yeah.
It's a pass to all the Gary Vee events, and they try to like spin it like
Yeah.
it's some fucking new version of a better scam. It's just a better scam.
It really is, man.
It's a scam.
I think it's
They're
really
scams.
it's like
It's a huge
it's
scam.
really taken like. What did they used to call it back in the day? You remember back in the day, you used to like see the commercial, those guys on the fucking yachts, and it'd be like that fucking 1-800 number. Call it if you want to make $10,000 next week or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Some
It's like
guy,
a pyramid scheme almost.
right?
Yeah.
Now you have and like honestly, now you have all these celebrities like Lana Rhodes started a fucking NFT project, completely abandoned it.
Do you think her son's gonna make the NBA? So same thing as Hemi Butler. So if he has,
But hers
Griffin jeans-
hers is more truthful though. Like I would say, like hers is more realistic because she actually said that she slept with a basketball player. Just won't name who.
no, true. But if that like, is he gonna be coming out? Because it's Blake Griffin's kid. Is he gonna? You know what I'm saying?
I feel sorry for him, bro. Because like, imagine being that kid in your mom's videos just out there, dude. Like,
I knew. I didn't go to school with them, but I knew kids that went to school with Pam Anderson's kids.
Yo, shout out She was
Tommy
an OG.
Lee, and Pam Anderson's kids. Their dad's a rock star who's
Yeah.
now dating influencer, the TikTok chick, Brittany Ferlin.
who the?
Do you know that?
I don't know who that is.
No.
Who's that?
Brittany Ferlin?
I feel like that's
She,
for
like,
the best.
Or she was a Viner. She like popped off on Vine.
Okay.
Old
Starts
school.
dating Tommy Lee. He's like 60. She's like 30. Which is how it kind of works.
I feel like nowadays that's like more normalized, right? And like because you just see it for what it is. All right, cool. Like you're just gonna bang this guy until he dies and take all his fucking money and that's it. But bro, I always wonder, like, don't you feel gross, like sleeping with them, like?
You got to imagine that a 30-year-old is in a different place in their life than a 60-year-old. You'd think.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like
Tiredness levels.
Yeah, like
Testosterone. Like, I mean,
I'm just saying.
there's no way a 60-year-old's like, I'm fucking 30 still. Like, it doesn't exist.
I'm just saying, there's no way.
Money must play a factor.
100%. And like, there's no way that me at 30, if I had like a 65-year-old sugar mama or 70-year-old sugar mama, after having sex with her, that I wouldn't take the most aggressive fucking shower ever. I couldn't, because the wrinkles, like, I just couldn't, man.
Well, the funny thing is, it's never the other way around.
It never is.
It's only ever the one way. You never hear about, like, now, Keanu Reeves, he's dating like a slightly older woman. She's like 10 or 15 years, but it's not like
The crazy, like,
There's
fucking
no 30-year-old
30 and
dudes
65. Yeah.
dating 60-year-old ladies.
Yeah.
For
There
their
isn't.
money.
There really isn't. And then you could tell right away. It's some fucking 20-year-old kid that, like, just wants her to pay for everything, right? And, like, it's just some lonely lady in her fucking 65. It's like a lady who really worked hard throughout her whole life, never wanted to have a family, and, like, is basically using this 20-year-old for sex and a child. Like, basically, like, to have that child that they never could give everything to. As fucked up as it sounds, I'm not a fucking psychiatrist, but common sense wise, I don't know, it makes sense to me. Fuck.
I have to have no comment on this topic. Right
Why?
now.
Hold on. Yo, pause. What the
Whoa.
fuck? What do you mean?
Whoa.
I mean, what you guys
Do you
are
happen to be
saying
dating
right
someone
now.
that's younger? What's happening?
No,
Oh,
not that. No,
Like,
no,
where are we
no,
going with
no,
this?
no. I was the young one at one point.
Oh.
How old
I'm
is she?
saying it.
How old was she?
She was around the same age difference that you guys were just talking about.
Oh.
So then,
age range.
Was she
I need an
rich?
age range.
30 to 40,
That's not bad, bro. How old were you?
10 to 20.
Well,
How old were
but
you?
10 to 20.
I wasn't.
That's a
Hopefully
felony.
18 and
I wasn't
over.
18.
10 to 20 is a felony, bro. What are you talking about?
I wasn't 18. I'll say that.
Whoa.
You weren't 18.
But the law. The law is 16.
Whenever somebody starts bringing up the law is 16.
Was this one of your teachers? What the
No,
fuck?
no, this was the cops, bro. This
When
was the
somebody brings
Dog.
up the age of consent is 16.
Dude.
Yeah, by the way, the law says 16
By the
is...
way,
But all I'm saying is,
I'm not hearing you out for shit.
all I'm saying is,
Well, yeah.
I didn't want to say anything on the topic because
Fair enough.
I love my girlfriend, right? I really, really.
She's a sweet
she doesn't-
human.
Sweetheart.
Oh, she doesn't notice.
No, she knows too.
She's going to
She-
know
oh,
now.
yeah, yeah,
But it's like,
We ain't gotta worry
shout
about
out to the 4 people watching the pod because now they know. And
Imagine like with the reels that I make from this, it just goes off.
it's going to go off on one place. And that place is called the place. Remember where I grew up? The place I never. It's going to go off there.
Yeah, that place
It
sucks.
sucks. Dick.
Just for Nanton.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So crazy story. My mom married a guy whose mom lived in Nanton. So when I was younger, they made me go to fucking Nanton and play
Dude.
fucking cards with some old bitch. And I was like, it was the worst time. And they were like, we're going to go watch the parade. And it was like one car. And I was like, what the fuck is Nanton, dude?
It's like everybody's like a fucking
Oh.
Nanton, dude. It's like a fucking. It's like the.
It's a gasoline
It's a
alley.
pit stop.
It's a pit stop.
It's a fucking
Yeah,
pit stop.
But
bro.
like, I'll shout out Nanton on this pod because that wasn't the place. The place was close to Nanton, basically the same thing as Nanton. But we're not. I don't ever say the name of the place where I'm from because fuck that place.
Yeah.
But anyways, moral of the story is, yeah. So like sometimes the chick's a little bit older.
Can we ask you a question?
You can, I guess, on my
Mm.
podcast, you're asking me questions.
Yes.
Who
Okay.
hurt,
Yes, please.
Who hurt you, bro?
Yes.
Who hurt me?
Tell us honestly.
The
Who
whole-
hurt you?
Oh man, so many people. I don't know where to start. But yo,
He
okay.
said, "I don't know where to start."
A lot of people.
Crazy.
Look at my knees, bro. I've just caught
You
it.
know
I've
what?
got labels. I
I
got
mean-
motivational tattoos. So
I wasn't gonna say anything. Jay brought up. I'm like,
I know,
Here we
Jay-
go.
I know,
Jay's
I
going
know.
there. I would have
The
asked
guy-
too, but I
It's
don't.
a very motivational
On my
penis on your
podcast.
knee.
Huge
Tell you
motivation.
that fucking much.
But yo, okay. So now, to make Jay feel like a fucking asshole, I will tell the story on all
Are
of
these
this,
trauma
right?
tats? What's happening now?
No,
Basically,
please,
bro.
don't,
Basically, though.
don't.
Because like whatever, some shit happened. I
Jay,
won't say,
you opened
I won't say the
Pandora's
shit,
box.
but I want to quiz you on this.
Okay.
So the reason why I got this tattooed on me is because eventually I had a brand in mind, and around the time that my life stuff was going on, these words meant the most to me ever. And so my brand is for the ones. Our slogans: keep going for the ones that couldn't. And I
That's cool.
donate all profits mental health initiatives across Canada. Been going since 2019. But you were talking about how you grew Shopify pages.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a Shopify page. I have a clothing brand. I'm wondering. It's just like terrible timing to have fire trucks and
Yeah, we love the firefighters.
yeah, shout out them. But like to grow on that platform and doing the clothing brand. I feel like clothing's very oversaturated, so it's a tough market right now. And
Very
especially
tough
with
market.
drop shipping, print on demand.
You gotta say
stuff like
weird
that.
shit now, bro.
But
Yeah.
that's where it's like I
It's
want
like
to
weird shit.
yeah. So it's difficult. But yeah. So that's the story on these tattoos a little bit.
So basically, you're suggesting that Jay's a piece of shit because he called out your trauma tats,
traumatized.
and
Traumatized.
now Jay has to live with the
Double
shame.
T's.
Yo, Jay has to live with the shame.
Double T's on the knees. Double T's on the fucking knees.
Jay has
Dude,
to live with the shame.
I like your tats.
Thank you. I have to live with getting more trauma tats from Jay's.
Oh,
and
more trauma
actions.
that Jay just caused for you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
a lot
Imagine
of
we
trauma,
go to
bro.
imagine we go to like different cities and like because we gotta go to like different cities.
Okay, wait. I'll get a trauma tat for you, bro.
I'll get it. Like, you know what?
100%.
Only
I will
vibes?
get.
You know what?
I will
Like
get the Only Vibes tattoo
Okay.
on me, on my body, for how many likes on this vid?
Oh, we're doing it.
yeah, yo. If we so hold up. If we can get 1,000 likes on this video, just
Whoa.
1,000, just 1,000.
Quick 1,000.
So if we can get 1,000 likes on this video and 1,000 likes on this reel, I will get a tattoo, matching tattoos with this guy, and they're gonna be raunchy as fuck.
Oh, I guess they are. I just thought they were gonna be the Only Vibes logo.
Yeah.
But dude,
Should
if
be-
you want raunchy,
Yo, we should
can't
get
get much
trauma
worse.
tattoos tattooed on us.
That's funny, bro. Do you have any tats?
I need to stop talking.
I do have tats. I have 4 tats. I have some pretty bad tats. I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone does.
You know what? I have the original. What's the? I have Carpe Diem. The original.
Seize the day.
Seize the day. Yeah. What's the new version? There's a fucking ginormous wasp just sneaking in here.
I'll knock that motherfucker out.
What was the original, or the new Carpe Diem? Is like, what's the new version? There's like a new, like, modern version of that shit.
I don't know. But I hope it's not one of those slogans I have for my clothing brand. So I'm just waiting for you to say it first before I say it. Is it? It's okay not to be okay?
No.
Okay, then we're chilling.
Or live, love, laugh.
No.
Oh.
How dare you, Jim? How dare you?
Shout out to the people that have live, laugh,
Yo.
love up on
All
their,
of you
wall
girls,
right now.
all of you girls.
All of the girls with
Yo,
their girl
hold on. I'm about to say
boyfriends.
something crazy right now. Yo, we should. This is crazy. All of you girls that had live, love, laugh on your fucking bios are probably not living, laughing, or loving right now. I'm telling you that right now.
Well,
That will be the realest shit I probably have said so far. You are not living, laughing, or loving right now.
I hope they're like living, but not living up to the fullest. Like, I
these-
hope they're living.
Are these the girls that post that with that hashtag and then, like, but it's like a thirst trap booty shot? And
Yes,
You're like, but that
exactly.
Or they're
is
the
that
same,
living, laughing, and loving? Is that?
or they're the same ones that are like
Right next to the
40.
OnlyFans link.
They're the same ones
Yeah.
that are like fucking 40, posting the motivational like quotes that a 16-year-old girl would.
When I'm 40, I won't have social media.
No, I'm
No.
off it. I'm off
I
it.
won't have social media unless I'm a brand now and like I'm
Sure.
right, like I'm making money off it, like
famous.
fucking what's his name, the real estate guy,
I know which one you're saying. He's
Greg
coming to
Cardone,
Calgary.
right? Like
Yeah.
Greg
Yeah,
Cardone.
yeah, yeah.
He's done a wonderful job of like turning his fucking platform into a.
Totally.
Dude, it's
But he's got to take care of them
fucking
lawsuits.
Old,
Those
man.
lawsuits are crazy. That's like a $1 billion lawsuit
Oh,
right now,
man.
bro. You gotta stop doing that, Grant. Like,
You got to think, man. For the past 4 years, I've posted on some type of social media at least 3 times a day. For the past 4 years,
yeah,
every single day.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
so ready to go to that fucking island with no service, with just like the home.
But the thing is, I actually wanted to ask you for this.
So you were looking at a wasp, bro, and I'm
That shit
freaking.
There
the
is.
fuck
There's
out.
one in, but it's behind. It's
I
like
will
behind the screen. We're
Fucking
good.
ruin this whole set to knock out this fucking wasp. I won't, but
I was gonna ask you a question. So the one problem that I guess if I was to ever ask you for any advice, the biggest hurdle that we have personally as a brand, right now, for example, like the brand that he's done posting 3 times a day, it's very easy in terms of like just the brand that it is, right? Getting content for it is very simple. Whereas like us, I don't know how we can get content other than the reels from our podcast. So I wanted to ask you, like, in terms of like growth and like finding content to post for a podcast, like what would you recommend?
Yeah. So I mean, I think there's really 2 ways to get ahead. Okay, in my opinion, the first way is you pay, right? So basically, you make, like, right now, because if you don't have a big following, then and you post it, not that many people are going to see it, right? So you can force the social networks to show like way more people, and so you can target people that you think could be interested in your stuff. They find it, they're like, hey, these guys are interesting, they have an interesting pod, let's follow this thing. That's number one way, right? So money. The second way is you leverage other brands, other influencers, other people, and you try to soak up their audience and convert them over to your audience.
Like collaborating.
Exactly. So those, I would say those, like, and influential people, it depends, right? Some influential people, like you think of a Rogan, right? Rogan will have people on his podcast, and people will gain followings from going on there, but they're still like Rogan's followers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like, they're like, yeah, that was an interesting conversation, but they're like Rogan's followers. So it helps a bit, right? But that's how people blow up really quickly, is they collaborate, or they do, they have influencers or people with bigger followings post their shit or come on the pod or whatever, and then you soak up some of their audience.
Yeah.
So it'd be like the 2 fastest ways. Current events, topics, stuff like that can help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Ja Morant thing.
Yeah.
That's a clip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're talking about something, people are like, what are these, I want to hear what anyone thinks about this, right? There's that angle, but then it's like, it's influencers and it's pay to play.
yeah.
Got it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate a lot of the shit you've done for me in the short time we've known each other, but also for hopping on this podcast today, bro. It's been it's been a great conversation, and I wish it could go hours more.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I wish this was a good one. And
because, like, for us, like, when we do a podcast, we just want it to be like a bro talk. You know, we just come in, have a good time, have some bevies, right? And just talk about whatever. Like, most people like to have, like, obviously we do like to follow some type of structure when it comes to, like, our guests, but some, like, and that's usually the beginning, and then naturally it just starts to, like, become, right, like, more like yo,
100%.
It's just a hangout, right? Yeah.
Dude, I love the vibe you guys have. Obviously, I watched some of the episodes before I came on. I was like, I like what you guys are doing. I feel like, you know, you're in the infant stages of this, and I feel like, who knows, maybe I come on again in another 6 months, a year from now, and this thing's fucking 3 times, 10 times the size.
Crazy.
And we're looking back going, remember when there was only 20, 50 people?
Yeah.
That's how everything fucking starts. But you know what? You keep hitting the pavement, you keep pounding, you keep hustling, you keep pushing, and the next thing you know, you got fucking 100,000 people watching you, and now there's some pressure of like, oh fuck, we gotta like perform. But you know what? You guys are hustling. I love it. I appreciate you guys having me on.
I appreciate you, man.
Before we leave here, we usually like to end our podcast off with some buzzer beater segment questions. Let's go. So, real quick, I'm gonna riddle off 10 questions. Just give me the first answer that comes to your mind.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Drink of choice.
Oh, lager beer.
Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Wheels.
Biggest celebrity you've ever met?
Dana White.
Yo, shout out Dana, UFC 289.
Hey,
Here we go. Vlog incoming. Favorite spot in Calgary for a night out?
I'll say Rooftop YYC. They're my boys.
Let's go. 3-person dinner, you and 2 others, dead or alive. Who are they?
Controversial, but I'm going to say Donald Trump and Alex Jones.
Oh. Alex Jones. It's raining frogs.
Turn all the frogs gay.
Yeah.
I love it. Hot dog or hamburger?
Hamburger.
And now, we got to change this one for season 2. NFT or Bitcoin?
Neither.
They're both
fuck
dead.
both of them.
Yeah, fuck both. Favorite song right now?
Actually, I'd say Bitcoin.
Favorite song right now as of the release date that this is going to be put on?
I'm going to say Nasty by Geordie Kieffer. That was a bit of a cop-out. I also like the song Movements by Pham, Pham. Great song. It's an older song, but I love that song. I'm obsessed with it right now. We might be touring him, by the way.
And Only Vibes exclusive. Let's go.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
This is my favorite question to ask our guests. What advice would you give your younger self? What advice would you give your younger self?
Advice I would give my younger self, fuck what anybody says about you. No matter who it is, even if it's the closest person in your life. Nobody knows you like you know you. And if you believe in something and you're passionate about something and you want to do something, it doesn't fucking matter what anybody else thinks, tells you, says. Only you know your own experience, so do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
That's huge, bro.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, how can you get to where you're going if all you worry about fucking, like, what people think, man? I've seen that, like, ruin people, dude, like, where literally they literally can't go that extra step because they wonder, what are people going to think about me?
Too many people I meet, man, that's all they think about. And social media does that to people, right? Fuck what anyone thinks.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Seriously.
But that is it. Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate it. We'll see you again. This is Jay and Brennan Only Vibes Season 2, Episode 1. Big shout out to the team. We're going to have some amazing guests for this summer. It might be the boys. It might be some special people. You don't know. All I'm going to say is stay tuned because this season, we're pushing the limits.
Oh, let's go. Nice little fucking play of words there. No, that was good. Seriously, I could have